you're about to delete half the interfaces in your codebase. Most TypeScript developers write the same type 3 or 4 times, once for the full object, once where every field is optional, once with just a few fields picked out. But TypeScript already ships a toolbox that does all of that for you for free. 5 utility types. Once you learn them, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Here's a pattern you've definitely written. You have a user interface, and then you need a second version where every field is optional, maybe for an update endpoint. So you copy the whole thing and add question marks everywhere. It works, but now you have 2 interfaces to keep in sync. Change one, forget the other, and you've got a bug. This is exactly the duplication that utility types eliminate. A utility type is just a type that takes another type as input and transforms it. Think of it like a function. But instead of taking values and returning values, it takes types and returns types. TypeScript ships several of these built in. Today we focus on the 5 you'll use constantly. They all live in the global scope, so there's nothing to import. You just use them. Let's solve that update problem properly. Partial takes a type and makes every single property optional. So instead of handwriting user update, we just say partial of user. One line. And here's the magic. If you ever add a field to user, partial picks it up automatically. The 2 types can never drift apart because there's only really one source of truth. Here's why partial is so useful in practice. Imagine a patch endpoint where the client only sends the fields they want to change. With partial, you accept just those fields, then merge them onto the existing record. The spread operator does the heavy lifting, and TypeScript guarantees you never pass an unknown field. This is the bread and butter pattern for any update operation in a real app. Required is partial's mirror image. It takes a type and makes every property mandatory, stripping away all the optional question marks. This is perfect when you have a loose config object with optional fields. But at some point in your code, you filled in all the defaults and you want TypeScript to know nothing is missing anymore. You're upgrading a half-filled type into a fully filled one. Watch how this plays out. The user passes partial config, we merge in defaults, and we return a required version. Now downstream code can access config.port without a single null check. TypeScript knows it's always there because we guaranteed it. This is a classic pattern in libraries. Accept loose input, return a strict, fully resolved object. It's the difference between defensive coding everywhere and being confident once. Now let's slice types apart. Pick lets you create a new type using only a subset of properties from another. You pass the source type, then a union of the keys you want to keep. So if you only need the ID and name from user, say for a drop-down list, you pick exactly those 2. Notice the keys are checked, misspell one, and TypeScript yells at you immediately. Pick shines when you want to expose only safe fields. Say your user has a password hash, but your API should never return it. Instead of building a separate public interface by hand, pick the fields that are safe to send. Your function signature now documents exactly what leaves your server. And the compiler enforces it. This is a real security win, not just a convenience. Omit is pick flipped around. Instead of listing what to keep, you list what to remove. For that public user example, it's often cleaner to just say, take user, but omit password hash. The advantage? If you add new safe fields to user later, omit includes them automatically. Whereas pick would silently leave them out. Choose based on which list is shorter and more stable. Here's the most common omit use case in real backends. When creating a new record, the client shouldn't send the ID. The database generates that. So you define a create user input as user omitting ID. Now your create function accepts everything except ID, and TypeScript blocks anyone who tries to sneak one in. Combine this with partial and pick, and you can model almost any payload shape from a single base type. So how do you choose between pick and omit? Simple rule: if you want most of the fields and only need to drop a couple, use omit. If you want only a few fields out of many, use pick. Both are just two sides of the same coin. The goal is readability. Pick the one that makes the shorter, clearer list. Now the most powerful of the five, record. Record builds an object type where you define the keys and the value type. Record of string to number means an object with any string, key and number values. But the real power is using a union of literal keys. Then TypeScript forces you to provide every single one. It's perfect for lookup tables and configuration maps. Record values don't have to be primitives. They can be full object types. Here, we map each role to a config object describing what that role can do. Because we use the role union as keys, if someone adds a new role to the union and forgets to add it here, TypeScript errors out. That's exhaustiveness checking for free. A hugely underrated safety feature. Here's where it gets exciting. These utility types compose. You can nest them. Want a type that's a partial version of a picked subset? Just wrap one inside the other. Read it from the inside out. First, pick the fields, then make them all optional with partial. This composition is what lets you express almost any shape from a single base type with zero duplication. Let's tie it all together with a realistic scenario. From one product interface, we derive every type we need. A create input that omits the id, an update input that's a partial, a public summary picked from a few fields, and an inventory map using record. 4 derived types, 1 source of truth. Change product once, and everything updates in lockstep. This is utility types at full strength. Now look how clean the actual functions become. Add product takes a create product. The inventory builds a record keyed by SKU, and the public card only ever exposes name and price. No type is written twice, and the compiler enforces consistency across all of them. This is the kind of code base that's a joy to refactor 6 months later. One gotcha worth knowing. When you use record with a string key, accessing a missing key returns undefined at runtime. But an older TypeScript wouldn't warn you. Turn on the no unchecked indexed access flag, and TypeScript correctly marks every record lookup as possibly undefined. It's a small config change that catches a whole class of real bugs. Highly recommend enabling it. Another trap with partial. It makes fields optional, but it does not stop you from constructing an incomplete object where you actually need a full one. So don't reach for partial as a way to skip required data. Only use it where missing fields are genuinely acceptable, like update payloads. Misusing partial pushes runtime errors past the compiler. Use the right tool for the right intent. Let's lock these in. Partial makes everything optional, required, makes everything mandatory. Pick keeps only the keys you list. Omit drops the keys you list. And record builds an object type from keys and a value type. 5 tools, 1 mental model. They all transform an existing type into a new one. Keep this cheat sheet handy. These 5 built-in utility types are powered by something deeper called map types. And once you understand those, you can build your own custom utilities. That's exactly what we cover in the next video. For now, go open one of your own projects and find an interface you duplicated. Replace it with a utility type. You'll feel the cleanup immediately. So there you have it. 3 big takeaways. Utility types transform an existing type into a new one with zero duplication. Partial, required, pick, omit, and record cover almost every shape you'll ever need. And because they all derive from one source type, your codebase stays consistent automatically. Next up, watch our video on map types and building custom utility types. It's the natural next step. If this made TypeScript click for you, hit subscribe and drop your biggest TypeScript question in the comments. We read everyone.